Hey everyone, Pastor Carrie here, and I am super excited to introduce you to our new All Saints Thrivent Rep, Benjamin Nichols. We're going to spend some time together today as we learn a little bit about who Ben is and how we've partnered with Thrivent and how we can continue to look to the future with Thrivent. So Ben, if it's all right, we'll start with prayer.
Absolutely.
The Lord be with you. Gracious God, we thank you for this time where we get to dream together about your plans for us and for the church and for this world that you so love. We thank you for all of our partners, especially Thrivent, as we imagine how Thrivent comes alongside of all saints and individual saints to figure out how to meet the goals that God has for us in creating the world that God desires. We know, Lord, that we can't do anything without you and without sharing our gifts and working with one another. And so we give you thanks and praise for all those things. We pray this in your holy name. Amen. So Ben, I was hoping we could start off with you just sharing a little bit about yourself. Tell the saints, who are you? What brought you to Thrivent? Tell us about who you are.
Perfect. Well, yeah, my name is Benjamin Nichols. I'm a financial associate for Thrivent. I am here locally in Volusia County. I live in Daytona Beach. I'm married for 5 years and I have a 4-year-old son. What brought me to Thrivent was a couple of things. Is one, my relationship with God, and two, my wife and I's relationship with finances. We were working on our own personal plan, and when we were doing that, we kind of found things that worked for us and we thought were important as far as having a successful financial plan and, keeping things in line with our spirituality and having room for giving and things like that. Well, Thrivent, which I've always been a member since I was 1 month old, had everything that we were doing. So Thrivent, encouraged, being wise with your debt, having emergency fund, giving of yourself, protecting yourself and family and using money as a tool, not as a goal. And that was important to us because we wanted the money as a tool to do things, give to our church, take care of people. And Thrivent is what that all encompassed. And that's kind of what drove me to be with Thrivent.
Awesome. Can you share, Ben, maybe some stories? The question I have in mind is sort of how do you see God moving through Thrivent as an organization, and where do you see God moving in Thrivent's partnerships with churches and with individual investors and individual families like your own?
So Thrivent is a member-owned organization. So we are a fraternal not-for-profit. And in order to be a fraternal organization, there has to be a common bond or a common link, and ours is Christianity. So every member that is with Thrivent is based on the fact that they're Christian members, and we at Thrivent always keep that in mind as far as how we work with people. And Thrivent is encouraging people to give of themselves, whether it's financially, whether it's benefits Thrivent has for the members to give to the community, and also to volunteer. We have we have 17 million volunteer hours. We are we serve more than 2 million clients, and those clients are earning choice dollars and stuff like that, and giving back to the community. So really the feeling of God is woven into the fabric of what Thrivent is, and with not only our organization, but our members that are in that organization as well.
That's awesome. I'm really excited to kind of reignite this partnership with Thrivent for a couple of reasons. One is that I know that the Saints have a long history with Thrivent. We have a few Saints, and I'm going to name, I call names out a little bit, but I know the Schultons and Martha Prestipino have been really active in their partnership with Thrivent. Martha tries to do an action team every year. And John Schultens often gives me a good reminder, like, oh, we just remembered to go designate our choice dollars, which, so I want you to tell us a little bit about those plans, or those opportunities that exist for Thrivent folks that partner with Thrivent. And in particular, I have this curiosity because I want to be able to walk with people and encourage them. And some of our saints aren't super internet swabby, like they're still trying to kind of figure out how the internet works and how to manage their accounts with Thrivent. So how can I walk with them to remind them when choice dollar designations are available and that kind of stuff? So if you'll tell us a little bit more about the action teams and the choice dollars for people that don't know anything about them, that would be great.
Yeah, sure. I'd love to. So anybody that's a benefit member of Thrivent has opportunities to do, we'll start with the action teams. Action teams, any member can apply for an action team twice a year. What the action team is it is Thrivent's helping support a cause that member is passionate about. So an example would be, I personally applied for an action team a month ago for an event that we're doing with Halifax Urban Ministries. We're doing a food drive. Thrivent sent me a $250 gift card for me to help support that. So I went and got food to help donate. I got supplies for the fundraiser. All those things that Thrivent encourages me to do, that they're also going to help support financially. And I have that opportunity to do that twice a year, and every member has an opportunity to do that twice a year.
And I don't want to interrupt you, but just to put flesh on that, Saints, the shoe and sock drive that we just did with Daytona Outreach was a Thrivent action team. And how that worked is Thrivent sent Martha a gift card, and she used it to purchase either used or low cost socks and shoes to add to what you guys were also supporting. So we were able to kind of, really make an impact with Daytona Outreach with the partnership with Thrivent. Will you tell us a little bit about choice dollars?
Yeah, so another member benefit is the choice dollars. Members can earn choice dollars through different accounts they have, and then they have the opportunity every quarter to direct those choice dollars to a charity of their choice, including the church. So as far as doing that, you would just go online and direct that. And I know you mentioned, some people not being computer savvy. That's something definitely I could help out with. We could meet up, but it's a real benefit for the church. It's not coming out of the members' pocket because we're a not-for-profit. Thrivent gives back the money they're making through various ways. One is, doing workshops for the community, some financial stuff, paying dividends and stuff like that. But the third is the choice dollars and action teams. And the choice dollars are, earned by the member, and the member has the opportunity to direct those to a charity like a church at All Saints. But it's not coming out of the member's pocket, it's coming out of Thrivent's pocket.
That's awesome. And we do have, I mentioned John Schultens, but when we were figuring out how to get online, we had like computer or device little seminars, and we would have hours set up and they could bring their device in, and John would get it all set up with Zoom or things like that. So we do have some saints that can help too, but I encourage anyone that's interested in learning more about how to partner with Thrivent, or if you already are partnering with Thrivent, how to figure out how to do an action team, or to designate your choice dollars to really make that partnership also work with your giving passions and goals and things like that. Visit with Ben. And if you also need help with the internet side of it, that John and some of our other saints will step in to help you with that as well. So again, I mentioned I had several reasons that I was excited about partnering with Thrivent. And the other is, you'll remember from our stewardship drive in the fall, that I'm really passionate about helping people, like Ben said, see their resources, their financial resources, as a tool for mission. And so I'm excited that we're reigniting this partnership, because I think Ben's going to be a real asset in helping you figure out how to do that. And he gave me this awesome pamphlet with all of these really cool workshops that we might use moving forward.
Yes.
I'm sure we can tap Ben to help us with budgeting and all kinds of stuff. So I'm excited to partner with him for that, because as we all know, as life changes and as different situations change, it's helpful just to check in to make for sure that our financial goals are working and are consistent with God's call on us as baptized individuals. We are always first children of God. There's lots of other roles that we have, but that's our first identity. And so we want to make for sure that all of our resources are also consistent with that identity. And we've been working with the ELCA Foundation to look at end of life planning. So it'll be great because we'll have Thrivent as a partner that helps us walk and figure out how to use our money as a tool and our financial resources as a tool throughout our life. And then as we're also looking ahead to leave a legacy, we can partner with some of the resources at the ELCA Foundation to figure out how to pull this all together. So know that here at All Saints, we really value who you are, the gifts that you bring. And I'm not just talking financial gifts, all of them. And we don't want money to be something that binds you. We don't want financial resources or financial goals to feel like it's something that binds you. The gospel is freeing. We're invited to be free in our identity as children of God. And that freedom comes with the ability to go ahead and share what we have, what God has given us, so that we can join in this amazing mission and vision that God has for the world. So I just want to thank you, Ben, for meeting with us today. I don't know if you have anything else that you'd like to add.
Oh, well, thank you for having me. The only thing I'd like to add is, Thrivent, we're teachers. We want to make people the best stewards of God's money. I said earlier, money's a tool. That's really important, not only to me personally, but to Thrivent as a company. And we're willing to educate anybody and help people, be better stewards of God's money in any way possible, whether it's on an individual basis or a group or an organization. We like to just help, and I'm available I work in the area. I'm in Volusia, Flagler. I'm around town. I'm pastor has my number. So anybody that needs any help with anything, please feel free to reach out. And I'm excited to help out at All Saints, and I appreciate the time.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Ben. Stick around just for a few minutes after I stop the recording.
Sure.